Is it cool if maybe this is a career question or just in general? Is it cool if the guy is not the main breadwinner of the family?
It's cool, but you gotta do the housework, whatever you do in the house.
So you could, as long as you're a stay-at-home dad who holds up his end of the bargain at home, it's cool.
Mm-hmm. It's cool.
In Korea, it wasn't like that, but now the perception is changing where, even my brother-in-law, he wants to spend like some time as housekeeper.
Oh.
But
I totally want to be home with the kids and all that stuff too, but come on, like, isn't there something like primal, like provider, like the provider, the idea, because I feel it, I want to say, like, yeah, it's cool if the guy is at home as long as, it's equal work and stuff, but like, there is still something like, you don't view the man in quite the same way if he's not bringing home the money. Not saying that's good or fair or
Alex,
whatever,
that's a good point, but I think it's
But
debatable.
I would
whether-
appreciate more if he's doing that
Right, exactly.
in a home.
I don't know if it's primal, but it is definitely like there's a social cultural view where men has to be that way. I think you're talking.
Yeah. Well, that's ingrained. Like, so even like we all like to say like kumbaya, let's just get over it. Like subconsciously, I think now, like maybe our generation is still not over it. Like,
Yeah, because even now, if I see
it's in progress.
Yeah.
yeah, it's in progress. The next generation might get it all down.
If I see my old man doing dishes,
Oh, really?
I see that more now because he's old and
Yeah, I know,
retired,
I
and then
know.
I'm like, "What are you doing?" And he's like,
Oh,
"Yeah, I
shoot.
decided to do that." And I was like, "Oh,
no, my
redeeming your time." And he's like, "Yes, I should have done this more."
Ah,
So,
yeah.
but my first time when I saw it, it was weird because I never seen him in that position before.
Yeah,
I constantly told my dad, you should do some more housework.
yeah. Well, my parents did 50-50 generally. A little bit more my mom when she was home, but then when she was a teacher, it was 50-50.
But I don't think it's about the role, but I think it's about husband understanding wife understanding husband more.
I've been.
If you do the switching roles,
Well, here's why I bring it up because I was dumped because I didn't have a stable job, and the quote was I'm the one making money but I'm worried about my future. I can't have my boyfriend not have a stable life. Like,
And was it? But there was no connotation whatsoever that you should at least have like a career. That what she meant, or like does she meant like I want to have a break after you have a job and stuff like that?
actually, interestingly, at the time I was freelancing and I was making as much, if not more, money than like the average job here, but it wasn't stable in the traditional sense because freelancing is never stable, right? So yeah, that was what
you
started.
think she
the
said
break.
that because she just assumed that you should be like the breadwinner or something?
Her perception was very conservative. To be fair, it was pretty much like you should be in a company.
Oh.
And so I think some of that remains. Either hers was on the superficial level, but there's some people on the subconscious where it's like, maybe you're right. What you said earlier, like it's still kind of in us and it's changing, but there's still a little bit like when you said it about your dad, it's like something feels weird about this.
No,
even
because
though we
I've
know
never seen it
feels
before.
right.
Right.
It feels perfectly right because
No, and maybe it just takes time. Like for you, like now you're cool with it. Him doing dishes.
Well, he still doesn't do it a lot.
Not
He
well.
just does it now and then again. But I think I've seen him do it like more than 5 times now in a couple months. And then I just poked him like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, the first time when it happened, he was like, "Yeah, I'm doing dishes." Oh, and then he's like, "Would you like to do it?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's okay."
I think if you don't switch roles, you start blaming the other. So I think I'm not saying someone should do this, but I think they should explore
Yeah.
at least once.
Oh, now that we're talking about washing dishes, though, I don't mind doing any other thing except that, though. Like,
Oh, you
Why?
just
I
have
don't
one thing.
no, I can do all the cleaning, all getting rid of the trash.
It's not your thing.
I just don't like washing dishes.
Why?
Because in my 20s, I used to work in a beer place, and
Oh,
I did so
yeah.
many dishwashers.
Oh,
I did
that,
so
that took
many.
me a while to get over.
And then my back hurts, and then I've been doing it for like 8 hours. I look at the dish, I'm like, oh, sorry. I'm like, no, never again. So like in my previous relationship, every time we eat, she would be like, why don't you do dishwashing? I'm
Did
like,
she do the cooking? You should do the
yeah,
dishes.
you gotta make that deal though.
No, actually, I think I cook more than her. But
She should do the dishes.